A good Sunday morning to you. This is Dwight Davis. Welcome to our Bird Notes. What with the weather that we've been having, I think it's a good idea to talk about the snowbird or snowbirds. Officially, there's no bird which carries the name snowbird, which is to say the name is not on the American Ornithologists Union's checklist of North American birds. The designation snowbird is a colloquial one, and sometimes such names are often more appropriate than official names. The golden slippered snowy egret does not really come under consideration here, since the snowy refers only to its plumage, for which it suffered greatly many years ago. It is also very much a summer bird. The snowy owl comes closer to what we're getting at, since it is a bird of the Arctic expanses and is white, like its habitat. Likewise, the snow goose is white, with black wings, and it nests in Canada and winters here. But it is two smaller birds that are often tagged with the name snowbird. Both are in the finch family, that is related to sparrows. One is the junco, what we used to call the slate-colored junco, now known as the northern junco, parentheses, dark-eyed, close parentheses. However it is known, it is a familiar winter visitor in our area. Indeed, the species name of the junco, Hyamalis, means pertaining to winter. These juncos, coming as they do with winter, have been called snowbirds, I think in part because they're very obvious against the snow, with the males being mostly slate gray with white outer tail feathers that are very obvious as the birds flit around in the underbrush and at bird feeders. But the name snowbird is probably best given to the snow bunting. Here is a snowbird in all senses of the word. It is a bird of the far north, nesting in the Arctic tundras, and when it does come south for the winter, from Greenland's icy mountains, to borrow a phrase, it rarely ventures beyond our northern states. So it is an unlikely visitor in our area and a treat for us to see one. Snow is in the snow bunting's every name, in whatever language. In Dutch it is the sneeuwkors, in German Schneehammer, in Swedish snöspard, for example. The scientific name includes the species name nivalis, which refers to snow. And further, the bird shows more white than any other songbird, in winter and in summer. And the snow bunting, by this definition, is the definitive snowbird. It seems to enjoy snow, and indeed even to be snow. Flocks of these birds drifting over the fields look and act like snowflakes. Another of its colloquial names is snowflake, as a matter of fact. And at this point, let's call in the naturalist John Burroughs, who said in his book Far and Near, "The only one of our winter birds that really seems to be a part of the winter, that seems to be born of the whirling snow, and to be happiest when storms drive thickest and coldest, is the snow bunting, the real snowbird, with plumage copied from the fields where drifts hide all but the tops of the tallest weeds, large spaces of pure white touched here and there with black and gray and brown. Its twittering call and chirrup come out of the white obscurity as the sweetest and happiest of all winter bird sounds. It is like the laughter of children. It is ever the voice of good cheer and contentment." John Burroughs talking about the real snowbird, the snow bunting.